Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. First of all, I give all praise and glory to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, most beneficent. I supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send His mercy, peace and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. I seek forgiveness from the Almighty for any inherent mistakes which come from me. Know that He from whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, none can misguide, and Him whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leads astray, none can guide. I would like to remind you that you should have taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and none should die except in the state of al-Islam. Amma ba'd. I want to share with you in a few minutes the reasons why I accepted Islam. Inshallah, despite overwhelming social and familial obstacles. I was a Hindu. I am at present a consultant in cardiology. I arise from an orthodox, affluent, middle-class family. From my childhood, alhamdulillah, I was a very avid reader and very much interested in the natural world, in forest, in animals, in the solar system, in the mysteries of the universe. I was born in the United Kingdom in 1966. Both of my parents were doctors and they were Hindus. In the atmosphere in England, we were not very religious. I never used to pray to God. I had no concept of that there is a God who has to be worshipped. However, my avid reading of encyclopedias, my interest in the programs by Jacques Cousteau and Richard Attenborough, the variety of life. For example, if you just seeing the vivid color, the sophistication, the complexity of life on the land as well as in the sea, and the wonders of the universe led me to think at a very age, has this all come by itself, or is there a reason? And is that the reason why people pray to God? In England, most of the people go to church on Sundays, and every Sunday but I never used to pray every day, and so I used to ask my mother, why do people pray? So my mother used to tell me, yes, there is a God, and you have to pray to Him every night. But that was all the sort of conversation I had. That was the only knowledge and the only contact I had with religion during my stay in England. When I returned to India, it was a totally different experience. From England straight to Andhra Pradesh, to the town of Nellore. Everything was different. The temperature, the climate, the people, the culture, the customs. And slowly I started to be introduced to the religious practices of my family. My mother used to take me to temples, and we used to pray, to give obedience to various idols. And then she used to come back, and she taught me several slokas which I am supposed to recite when I go to bed. Then I used to ask my mother, what is God? So my mother said, God is He who has created all this. He has created you. And after you die, you must do good works, you must do good deeds in order to go to heaven. And if you don't please God, you will go to hell. Then I said, if God is so powerful, if God has created everything, why are you going to a place and worshipping something which is limited, which obviously is made of stone? Is that God who cannot talk, who cannot eat? My mother was not able to answer the questions clearly. So she brought several priests, and they told me that, no, it is not that the stone is a God. We don't believe that. But we believe that in order to approach God, you approach God through a symbol, just like a baby. A baby cannot walk immediately, so it has to clutch on something. So after some time you clutch on the symbol, after some time there is no need for the symbol, and then it goes away. Then they give the example of Vivekananda. The Vivekananda went to a Nizam, and then he said that he wants some donation. So the Nizam said, I am a Muslim, I cannot give you any money. Then he said, look, there is a photo on the wall. Shall I spit on it? He said, no, I will not spit on it. Why can't you? You said you don't believe in idol worship, you don't believe in photos, then why don't you spit on it? No, it's not that I am giving any worship to it. It's just that as a token of respect to my father. I said, in the same way we worship idols. It is not that idol is worshipped, it is just a token. And subsequently when you lose necessity for this token, the token disappears. So that sort of satisfied me at that point of time. And then I thought, in order to get a more complete picture, you have to read. Because alhamdulillah, my interest is in reading. I have to read. I have to know by myself. I don't like to be told by somebody to do this. I want to see whether it is true. That's when I started my research into what is God. What is the concept of God? What is the theology? And is it acceptable or not? So I started reading the basic books of a Hindu, that is the Mahabharata and the Ramayana.